Welcome to Make It Take It. I'm DC. I'm going to tell you about some college basketball games that I like today, the games that I'm betting. I'd like to hear from you guys, see which games you're taking, and if you like my picks or not. My last pick, I had Oklahoma State, which didn't come out. My last video, and at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you about my NHL system that I've been using. That's been really working out well for me. So if you don't want to hear that when you get to the end of my college basketball, click off because this is going to be a longer video. So let me get to it. A lot of conference tournaments starting today. As we get more and more into conference tournaments, we see that, keep in mind, they're mostly neutral courts. A lot of times these teams host maybe the first round, but some of the tournaments, it's all neutral court, especially as you get deeper into the tournaments. And teams start believing in themselves. Look at Jacksonville. Last ranked in the Atlantic Sun, they won their first game, and then they beat the number 1 seed Eastern Kentucky. They played today, but they were expected to lose the first game against Kennesaw State. So teams like that make runs this time of year, start believing in themselves. That's how you see teams like that in the tournament, in the big tournament. But the game that struck out to me first, UAB at Temple. This line's 2.5, which I said this line shouldn't be 2.5. UAB is a much better team than Temple. So, of course, my line of thinking, I was going to take Temple, but it's similar to the Oklahoma State game the other day where it's the same exact line, same exact situation, and I took Oklahoma State. So that makes me think, let me stay off this game. I think it's UAB or nothing maybe, unless I tease Temple, but I don't want to get into all that. Another game I found interesting was St. Peter's at Rider. These are the two hottest MAC teams right now. Riders on a 6-game winning streak, 6-game cover streak, and I've watched them play a couple times recently, and they've looked good. St. Peter's on a 5-game winning streak, 6-game against the spread streak. So it's a 1.5-point line. Which way you go? The MAC tournaments next week, I'm going to be at those games, so I'm interested in watching both of these teams. Just think that's a good matchup. Where I am going first is West Coast Conference Tournament, where we have Pacific, Pepperdine today. Pacific's had a miserable season. They're 0-16 in conference. And Pepperdine's improved from last year. They had no defense at all last year. They don't have a great defense this year. But I think they are poised to do better in the tournament especially. I'm taking Pepperdine, laying those big 9 points. And then I'm going to UC teams. UC Davis at UC San Diego. The Tritons have had a great season. 20 wins this year for UC San Diego. They beat UC Davis already by 33 points this year. So UC Davis is going to want to show up to this game. I just think UC San Diego is that much better than them. And I think that they can do some damage wherever they end up in the postseason. So UC San Diego, I'm going to lay those 6 points. And then I have a teaser because this Cal at Stanford game. These are two of the most evenly matched teams on paper. They're big rivals. The line is 4. I tease that up to 9. And I combine that with, look at the Marist at Quinnipiac game. You know I like Marist. I've gone with them several times. I'm going to take them for the conference tournament. They were plus 1,400 for conference tournament last time I looked. But I'm going to tease them up to 9 against Quinnipiac today. So my teaser is going to be Cal plus 9, Marist plus 9. Now, let me hear from you guys. Let me know if you like those plays. Let me know what's on your mind about college basketball or NHL. I'm going to tell you about my NHL system that I've been using. That's been working for me. Now, on DraftKings, the last several weeks at least, there's been this promotion. And I don't get anything from DraftKings. I just tell you guys where I put my bets and where I find good promotions. I think this is a good promotion. It's a parlay insurance promotion. And if you do, for example, a 3-leg parlay and 2 out of the 3 come out, you get reimbursed no matter what because one of your legs lost. So if any one leg loses, you get reimbursed up to $50. But it's a good shot to make a $50 bet in my mind and possibly being reimbursed as long as all your legs don't come out. And the thing I've found, my system, I'm not a system person, but in the NHL, I've been looking down the slate of games and looking at what teams I think are going to score the least for the day, the most defensive game. And I pick out that game and I compare that to the NHL point streaks that are going on. There's a whole website for current NHL point streaks. And if there's a team that I don't think is going to score a lot of goals that day, I take, if they have two players that have over 4-game point streaks and average less than a point per game, I parlay those three. Those are my three legs. I go either team under, team total under, full game under, and I combine that with the two players' points under that are on streaks that average less than a point per game. If you follow what I'm saying. If not, I'll try to explain it better if you want a better description of how I do that. Or if there's 3 players for the same team, I'll just do 3 players under for points that are on 4, 5, 6 game point streaks. Very important to me to break the NHL streak. I am a streak person. I like to break streaks in baseball and mostly in baseball. But in the NHL, I like going against this streak. Let me know if that helps. Let me know if I can explain it better. It's been saving me lately. My college basketball has been down. I've had my worst college basketball season in the last 6 years, documented. I mean, it's all on video or my old blog that I used to do. It's not a good college basketball season in my mind. 500 college basketball isn't good for me. NHL's been saving me. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Good luck today.